What it do, guys? Manjoume here, and today we're entering Volume 2 of the Versus System 2-player card game with the Infinity War arc. You'll see some similarities, but a lot of differences from the Infinity War saga in the MCU. In our first episode, we checked out Cosmic Avengers, so today we're checking out Volume 2, Issue 2, Galactic Guardians. Looking into the front of the box, we have that same space background and the blue foreground with Galactic Guardians written out. We have Adam Warlock, I believe, Cosmo the dog, and Kitty Pryde as Star-Lord, I do believe. The side is a continuation of that artwork with the story arc written on the side, which makes it very easy to see which ones it's a part of. The top says Galactic Guardians with that same blue bar that once again puts it in line with others in the arc. The back of the box, 55 cards and a rule sheet. In issue 2 of this Infinity War story arc, Adam Warlock, Cosmo, and Star-Lord are ready to join with your team and put a stop to the most notorious dangers in the universe. The villains are coming, so power up your deck before it's too late. And let's see what they have to do that with. Adam Warlock, 1 health, flight, 5/5 stat line, prepare for rebirth. Level up 1 time if Adam would be KO'd. Instead, heal all wounds from him, and he gains an XP. This power cannot be turned off. His level 2, he now has 3 health and 8/8 stat line, somehow. Regenerative Cocoon. Adam can't recover during your recovery phase. Timely Rebirth. Level up 1 time when an enemy supporting character appears. If there are supporting characters with a total cost of 15 or more on that side, recover Adam and he gains an XP. This power cannot be turned off. Finally, for his level 3, we have 3 health, flight, and a 13/13 stat line. Master of the Soul Gem. Master of the Soul Gem. Build blue. Search your deck, hand, KO pile, and a resource row for the Soul Gem and play it for free on Adam. Or if Adam has a Soul Gem equipped, KO another one-of-a-kind equipment, meaning he can destroy another gem. Next up, we have Cosmo. 5 health, range, 1/6 stat line, bad dog. Main yellow. Name a keyword or superpower until the start of your next main phase. Enemy characters lose and can't gain that power, and enemy characters that appear with that power lose and cannot gain it. All bark, no bite. Level up 6 times when a face-up enemy character loses a keyword or superpower. Cosmo gains an XP. I hope there's other ways to do that in this, because relying on his superpower alone would take a while. His level 2, 5 health, range, 3/10 stat line. No more Mr. Nice Dog. At the start of your main phase, name a keyword or superpower until the start of your next main phase. Enemy characters lose and can't gain that power, and enemy characters that appear with that power lose and can't gain it. Ooh, next up we have Star-Lord, who is both a Guardian of the Galaxy and an X-Man. 5 health, range, 2/5 stat line, aka Shadowcat. Notably not Kitty Pryde, but they probably use Shadowcat with their prior cards or maybe even future cards to kind of stay in line with what they chose for that character. Searching for something, build red, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Galactic Guardian, level up 2 times. When you play a space location, Star-Lord gains an XP. Her level 2 now has an 8/5 stat line and has intangibility, main space. Choose an enemy player to reveal their hand. Star-Lord strikes any number of supporting characters there with total defense less than or equal to her attack. That player discards each struck character. So you're going to make them discard cards, and her attack being 8 is pretty good. Going on to the supporting character lineup, we have the X-Men character Lockheed. 1 cost, 2 health, flight, 2/2 stat line, Frumius, Bandersnatch. Combat blue, choose 1, fire. Lockheed strikes with double his attack this combat, or smoke. The defender can't strike back this combat. Next up, we have Jack Flag. 2 cost, 2 health, range, 3/1 stat line, computer hotline network. Jack can team attack with Captain America, ignoring team restrictions. Follower. When Jack Flag team attacks with a main character, that character gains a leader this combat. Next up, we have Howard the Duck. 3 cost, 1 health, range, 5/2 stat line, duck. When Howard is attacked, you may exhaust him, and if you do, the attacker can strike this combat. Am proud of it. At the end of your turn, ready Howard. Nikki, 4 cost, 2 health, range, 6/1 stat line, mercurial personality. When Nikki appears, she may pay a space. If she does, Burn an enemy supporting character. Stun it at the end of each of your turns. Starhawk. 5 cost, 2 health, flight range, 5/5 stat line, composite being. Starhawk characters in your hand other than copies of this card have bond with Starhawk. You may discard them to generate a power symbol for one of this card's superpowers. Giver of Light. Main space. Remove all +1/1 counters from enemy characters and remove all -1/1 counters from characters on your side. I think the other Starhawk might have been, oh man, it's been a while, but either that original base set, the Marvel Battles, or maybe Legacy. One or the other, like I think that's where we saw the counterpart to this one. Next up, we have what is actually really cool, Talon. 5 cost, 1 health, 7/7 stat line, Pounce, and Apprentice to the Sorcerer Supreme. Build red, stun the lowest cost face up enemy supporting character on a side. You settle ties. So you gotta be careful when you use it because it might get yours. But if there's a tie, obviously you're gonna pick your opponents. And notably, Guardians of the Galaxy and an Inhuman, which anytime we see more love for the Inhuman team, the better. Next up, we have Krugar. 6 cost, 1 health, flight, 5/9 stat line, master and apprentice. Talon characters on your side can use their superpowers any number of times each turn. While Doctor Strange is on your side, Krugar can use his superpowers any number of times each turn. So once you have all 3 of them, you're doing really good. Sorcerer's Ways. Main green, double the +1/1 counters on a character on your side. Angela. 7 cost, 2 health, flight, 7/8 stat line, an angel from the heavens. Characters without flight or range can't solo attack Angela. The 10th Realm. At the start of your main phase, if there are 9 or more locations on your side, open a bridge from heaven. Reveal the top 10 cards of your deck, put each character onto your side, and shuffle the rest into your deck. A player may only open 1 bridge each game. So once you get that done, she's kind of done. She's still pretty strong though, but that really cool power is now gonzo. Next up, we have a Mainframe, 7 cost, 1 health, 0/16 stat line, aka Vision. Stationary, Mainframe can't move, and Primary Operating System. Build yellow, other characters on your side may pay 1 less power symbol to use their first superpower this turn. So you're going to pay the 1 in order to hopefully at least 2 or more characters be able to use their superpowers. Granted, if you have a yellow and say you had green, well, pay your yellow. Now he can play that for free. The Living Tribunal, no team affiliation, 15 cost, 0 health, 0/0 stat line, balance in the multiverse. When you recruit the Living Tribunal, choose one of his faces, then remove him from the game. Equity, KO each Marvel equipment location and supporting character. Necessity, KO each non-Marvel equipment location and supporting character. Vengeance, KO each photographic universe equipment location and supporting character. Moving on to the plot twists, we have Nova Core. During either player's turn, combat your main character may pay a space. If it does, KO an enemy supporting character in the combat with 7 or more attack. Just like Cosmic Avengers, we're rounding it out with another special location, this time the Milano Ravager ship. During your build phase, your main character may pay space. If it does, turn this location face down, then put +1/1 counters on each character on your side, and they have flight and range this turn. So they're basically in the ship or using the ship for the combat of that turn. Issues and arcs. This 3-issue arc features the battles over the Infinity Gauntlet. Last issue covered several Cosmic Avengers, while this issue focuses on the Guardians of the Galaxy. The next issue details Thanos' quest for the Infinity Gems. Cosmo, all bark, no flight, each power loss grants 1 XP. So if a character loses 3 powers, Cosmo gains 3 XP. Note, flight and range are both keyword powers. A character must lose a power and remain face up in order for Cosmo to gain XP. Losing powers because a character turned face down does not count. Star-Lord. Kitty Pryde becomes Star-Lord when the original Star-Lord is otherwise employed. So if she has asterisks around her name, meaning she shares the mantle with Star-Lord himself. Sharing the mantle means both characters can be on a side at the same time because they're different beings, just with the same name. so you don't KO either of them because of uniqueness rules and they can't power each other up. Note that although this card represents her joining the Guardians of the Galaxy, she's still an X-Men at heart. So she has both team affiliations. Her intangibility power lets her strike characters while they're in a player's hand. This is uncanny. A couple things about this: she can strike any number of 0 defense characters, or characters with asterisk defense. She can strike characters who normally can't be struck by her while they're on a side, like bulletproof characters, because those characters aren't active while the character is in the hand. Doesn't matter how much health a struck character has, it gets discarded. That's actually really cool. Adam Warlock at level 1, if Adam Warlock gets KO'd by getting stunned, Prepare for Rebirth will cause him to gain an XP and become level 2 while in the stunned position. If a power like Hex prevents him from leveling up, he'll remain at level 1 but still heal his wounds. Jack Flag. Jack's follower grants a leader to a main character he team attacks with. While a leader is team attacking, you choose who the defender strikes back against. Nikki. Mercurial personality allows you to burn an enemy supporting character. This means at the end of each of your turns, stun that character. You refers to the player who used Nikki's effect. So the one who played her the one who played her burns the enemy. The your turn thing counts for you who played her. A burn effect has no set duration. It lasts until the character leaves play. Starhawk. At one point, Starhawk was actually 2 beings merged together who took turns occupying the same space. The Starhawk card from way back in the Versus System 2-player card game Legacy Expansion represents Stakar Ogerd, but this card brings Aletta Ogerd to the fore. Because they share the same body, you can't have both Starhawks in play at the same time. However, Aletta's composite being grants a bond with Starhawk to any Starkar Starhawks in your hand. Angela. An angel from the heavens makes it difficult for Angela to be solo attacked. An attacker must have flight or range, or both, to solo attacker. When Angela opens a bridge to heaven, you must put each revealed character onto your side. This may cause some characters to be KO'd due to uniqueness rules, which normally wouldn't be that big of a deal unless you had loaded someone up with a bunch of +1/+1 counters. Well, now they're going to be gone, and now you're going to have a stock character. Mainframe. Stationary prevents mainframe from moving even if an enemy player uses a push or pull effect on him or rearranges your formation. When mainframe uses primary operating system, it applies only to characters that are currently on your side. It doesn't apply to characters that appear on your side later that turn. Living Tribunal. When the Living Tribunal balances the multiverses, he's removed from the game before he actually appears. Photographic universe cards are cards that have photographic artwork on them from TV shows and movies. The other universe is the illustrated universe, whose cards are drawn or illustrated artwork. Novacore and the Milano. In this set, we are playing around with how players use locations besides superpowers. In addition to cards like Nikki, who has a keyword power which requires spending a space, each issue will have plot twists and special locations that allows their main characters to have some pretty powerful effects on the game. A few things about these plot twists and special locations. They are not superpowers. Your main character must be face up to play them, but doesn't have to be in the combat to play Novacore. Your main character can use a wild special location from their team to play for them. Your main character can use a wild special location from their team to pay for them. These cards are neutral, so just like any other neutral cards, they can be in a loyalty deck. The special locations don't count as locations power symbol for powers like Black Widow's main character's power up, Red in the Ledger, or Zutax's Paint to Life. And we have a checklist and credits. Once again, we only have pictures of the cards. There's no cool artwork on here. Though to be honest, usually they just reuse this front artwork. Well guys, that's it for the Versus System 2-player card game, Infinity War Story Arc Volume 2, Issue 2, Galactic Guardians. What was your favorite mechanic or card seen in this issue, and why was it Howard the Duck? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to stay up to date with my videos and live streams on both YouTube and Twitch, check out links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe, and consider joining. That's all for now, guys. Manjoume out.